Network reporters has written down on a piece of paper, visuals on your screens, has written it down and said that in that note it says BJP will get less than 200 seats in this election while the India bloc will get 300. Brijesh, it is even signed by him. That little note is signed by Kejriwal as well.
Well, I think, Krishna, it's a big statement which has been given by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, because in the run-up to 2024, I think the fact that Arvind Kejriwal went behind bars and is out on interim bail, I think there's no love lost between Arvind Kejriwal and Bharatiya Janata Party. And in the middle of this, in an exclusive interview to our sister network TV9 Bharatvarsh, Arvind Kejriwal has given it in writing. Most of the politicians are not willing to commit themselves to this level where they actually give it in writing and sign it themselves, saying that, this is the number which we expect India Alliance to get and which we expect NDA Alliance to get. In this, he has said, and I must say, it was a pretty daring attempt on the part of the Chief Minister, that India Alliance is going to win 300 seats and NDA Alliance led by Bharatiya Janata Party is going to get less than 200 seats. It's a sensational, a claim which has been made by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. And I think this is definitely going to, increase the political temperature in the national capital and elsewhere as well. Because I remember today is 29th and the campaigning for the 7th and the last phase of election ends tomorrow at 5 o'clock. So I think, this is going to be the last 24 hours in which to go whole hog to to maximize your political benefit out of this 7th phase. And this statement by Arvind Kejriwal exclusively to News9 network clearly points at that. It's a bold claim by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal where he says that India Alliance will win 300 seats.
But the only question here is, Brijesh, what according to you is a prediction like that? Is it more of self-effacement, trying to stand firm in the face of adversity? Because bear in mind, his bail extension plea has been denied by the Supreme Court of India, Brijesh, and which means that he will be going back to Tihar jail on the 2nd of June. How do you take the words coming from a man who knows he's going to go back to jail soon?
Well, I mean, it was inevitable. I mean, Arvind Kejriwal also knows that it is like even if he gets an extension, that extension could be at max, 4-5 days. He has to go back to jail and get a regular bail so that he's out of the jail for good. He's not going to be bothered by that. The fact of the matter is that election most of the time has a certain of your life also, the kind of projection you do enthuses your cadre and voters. This is the reason why, if you see that the BJP went saying that we are going to win 370 seats, our NDA is going to be up ki bar 400 par. No, everybody knew that BJP was not going to get 370 seats. It was just simply out of question, arithmetically as well as chemistry-wise. But the fact of the matter is that 370 slogan enthused the cadre who felt that, if the top leader is saying 370, then, 330 and 40 is definitely attainable and is within their reach. I think it's a tad too late in the day for Arvind Kejriwal to make that kind of attempt, but it's definitely a big claim by Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal that India Alliance is going to win 300 seats or more than 300 seats and Bharatiya Janata Party will get less than 200 seats. Remember, Krishna, this has been given to us, a News9 network, in writing, and the note is duly signed by the Chief Minister of Delhi, Arvind Kejriwal. So it's going to be a fascinating one aspect when we discuss and deliberate upon the results which will come on 4th of June.
Less than a week to go, Brijesh. This note's validity is less than a week. It's 6 days worth.
Well, absolutely. And I think, what is going to be very interesting is that if figures come, something even close to the claim which has been made by Arvind Kejriwal, I think, whether he's behind bars, he's in Tihar or outside, people will talk about this note like anything. So it's just, kind of literally
either that,
the last phase
sorry
of
to interrupt. Either that, I was about to say, by the time we check the validity of this note, he would be in prison in Tihar, and if it doesn't come through, his prediction doesn't hold good and the results are the exact polar opposite of what he predicted, then it will be doubly more difficult on Arvind Kejriwal having to watch all of his predictions come crumbling down sitting inside Tihar jail.
Well, I think it'll be, the politician know, if the BJP doesn't get 370, we are not going to hold, the top two accountable for saying that you said 370, the BJP get 300. How do you explain the difference in number of seats? We all know that politicians indulge in hyperbole just to make sure that the morale of the cadre is uplifted, and the cadre feels that, that the top leadership feels that they are very confident that we are going to win this number of seats. And that is the reason why, they've worked doubly hard to make sure that, we reach somewhere that figure. If Arvind Kejriwal's figure doesn't hold true, I think it's going to be a double whammy, because we know how it is going to pan out if the figures are polar opposite of what he has written. But yes, one must acknowledge or give the devil his due. The fact of the matter is that he has given to us in writing that India Alliance is going to win more than 300 and India Alliance is going to win only or less than 200.
Brijesh Pandey, they're joining us with the latest on that note, personally signed and delivered to the TV9 network by Arvind Kejriwal. Shifting focus away from that, the airline operator Indigo has introduced a new feature that allows women passengers to choose seats next to fellow women travelers during web check-in. With this features, women passengers will be able to see seats already booked by other women travelers and book their preferred seats during their web check-ins. This facility can be availed by women travelers who are traveling solo or even with a family or a travel group.